Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about unearned interest, which is one of the perks if we can pay off an installment loan early. If I want to pay off my car loan a year ahead of time, what happens? How do I go about doing that? So the first thing we need to learn about is unearned interest. So unearned interest is interest that they calculate into your monthly payments, but if you pay it off early, you don't have to pay that interest. So you get to save some money. Now, in this case, we need to know how many original payments there were. We need to know how many payments we have left to make and what the original finance charge was, how much interest we were originally paying. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the payoff amount, which is if I want to pay off early, how do I make all of the payments? So I got to make the current payment, I got to make all of the remaining payments, and then I get some money back because the interest didn't accrue. So let's look at a situation. We want to take out money to buy a horse. We can put $2,000 down. We pay $275 a month for 60 months. So the finance amount, we're going to take a loan out for $12,000. Now the installment price, we make 60 payments of $275 plus the down payment. So we pay $18,500 for this horse. The finance charge is how much more than we paid. Okay, so we paid $4,500 on top. We can calculate the finance charge per $100 because we're going to need that for the APR table. For the APR table, once again, this is 13.5%. We can look at the last row, which is the 60 months, and we see that 3750 is closest to 13.5%. And now we got to figure out if we want to pay off the horse after 32 months, how much do we save in interest? And then what's my final payment? So I have 60-month loan and it's 60, and I have 28 remaining payments. 60 minus 32 is 28. I also need my finance charge, which is $4,500. We've already calculated that. And then I can calculate my unearned interest by putting it into the formula and allowing my calculator to calculate what this unearned interest number is. Now it's saying it's a fraction of $4,500. So we don't have to pay almost $1,000 of that $4,500 in interest because we paid off the loan early. Now, if I want to figure out my final payoff amount to save that $998, I need to know what my current payment is. So I need to make payment for month 32, plus I need to make the other 28 payments. So I'm really making 29 payments. But then I get to save this $1,000 because that interest never actually exists, it never grows. So my payoff amount is $6,976.64. If I write this check today or pay in cash, that means I really got to save $1,000. Okay, still a lot of money, but what I'm doing is I'm making a lump sum payment of 29 total payments, and then I get to save the interest. And that's how you find unearned interest and a payoff amount.